Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to Let's Try The Last Flame. Now, I got sold on playing The Last Flame because it was described as something like an auto-battler meets Slay the Spire. So I love the auto-battler genre very much. I played a ton of Dota Auto Chess, then Dota Underlords. I played Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I dabbled in teamfight tactics. I really enjoy it, but one of the things those games all have in common is they are PvP affairs. You're going to be placed into an arena with a number of other players, and you're going to be usually paired up to duel one player at a time in sort of a repetitive cycle like that. What The Last Flame has instead, though, is that it is single player and has a lot in common with something like Slay the Spire. So you're using auto-battler type of techniques instead of being a deck building game, but you are progressing through the game in the same way. You're collecting those relics, you're unlocking new heroes, and you're equipping different items on them and trying to build up your different combos. Now, there's the codex here that shows off all the items that you can find, and there's the normal and then the rares over here. Many of them I have not unlocked, I haven't seen. There are a number of different heroes we might be able to play with. Again, a lot of them haven't been unlocked. There's these origin traits and these relics over here. So it looks like there's a lot of content to unlock and a lot of combinations that probably develop over time as you get more and more of this content. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the game and see what we can do. There's an option for a challenge mode and an endless mode over here. We'll play an ascension over here, which feels like it's, I guess it's, as it describes here, the classic game mode. Beating difficulty to unlock the next one, as well as other game modes. So I've played one whole game, and it was on Novice, and I'm going to play again on Novice here, because I'm still very much figuring out the mechanics, and I'm very eager to see exactly what we can do with this bad boy. So to start off with, we're going to pick 2 heroes as well as 1 relic, because I don't have the hero pool memorized, I don't know if there's any obvious combos to go looking for. They do have the heroes with these tags over here, so Alec, for example, we can tell that they are a ranged person, whereas Kiro is melee. In addition to that, they have extra tags, so Alec is a caster, they specialize in dealing spell damage, they scale well with spell power and mana regen, and then here we can see bleed debuff. Alec generates or utilizes bleeds on enemies. If we look down below, we can see specific passive or active abilities they may have. So Alec has Mana Tome. Every attack has a 15% chance to generate 1/3 of the hero's max mana. You can see the hero's health here as well as their max mana. Whenever the mana is full, they will cast their active ability. And then their mana regenerates with every auto attack, as well as if they have mana regen, as it says over there. So Alec will use the Burst Nova ability around all heroes, dealing damage to nearby enemies and inflicting 2 bleed. Burst Nova also scales with max mana, dealing 5% additional damage per max mana. So right away, and I haven't played with Alec yet, but it feels to me like Alec would be well paired with a whole bunch of melee heroes. So you get your melee heroes to run in, and then Alec casts this to cause them to each whirlwind around them. And he would be less synergistic with a bunch of ranged characters, although the enemy is likely to come to you as well, so that might be something there. If you take a look at Kiro, so in addition to being melee, they're an ethereal damage dealer. So this is something I haven't really played with too much. I could see a few items come up that talked about ethereal damage, but one of the things I've been hoping for is on this run to maybe look into that and see what we can do. Kira specializes in dealing ethereal damage, type of damage dealt from passives and items, generally dealt every auto attack or every few auto attacks. He's got the hybrid damage dealer over here, can specialize in both physical and spell damage, and he generates or utilizes bleed on enemies. We may have a little bit of synergy here between these two. What do you got? Bloody Intervention. Every 4 seconds, the hero deals additional splash ethereal damage equal to 100% attack damage and inflicts 2 bleeds. Hero slams the ground, dealing damage in a cone. Sanguine Rupture deals 10% additional damage per bleed on the enemy per hit. Okay, so Kiro generates bleeds, does bonus damage on bleeds. Alec will also generate bleeds. It feels like we've got a bit of a synergy there. Do we look any further than that? Well, I just noticed that Nalua here also has the bleed symbol. She's ranged spell damage, self-heal with bleed effects. While below 60% max HP, hero gains 20% magic steal, which I believe is life steal but from magic spells as opposed to auto attack. And then Cursed Blades. Hit inflicting 4 bleeds. If above 60% max HP, she consumes 15% max. If above 60% max HP, she consumes 50% max HP to deal 50% additional damage. Oh, she hurts herself to do bonus damage if she's got a lot of HP. Okay. and then we'll heal with the Vamp Heart. I kind of don't want to look at any of the other characters right this second. I'm trying to figure out how to pick two. I think I'm going to pick Kiro, so I have one frontliner here. And then, do I go for Alex or Nalua? The thing with going with Alex is, again, he will be potentially a better pick if I'm going to get more melee. On the other hand, we can swap some other things out. You know what? We'll just do that. We'll go Kiro and Alex. We'll see what kind of relic we get here. Stinky Fish gain. Okay, so this is our overall health. As our heroes die in fights, we will lose this flame, and then when we lose our last flame, then we lose the run. So this gains me flame every fight. At the start of the fight, you either gain Happy Fish or Angry Fish, depending on the current flame. When missing less than 30, all heroes receive the Happy Fish buff. So when I'm high health, I get increased attack speed. Ooh, that's tricky. So if this ever drops below, well, 60 on here, assuming I'm reading this correctly, right? Missing less than 30. So if I'm within 90 to 61, presumably I get the Happy Fish. And we're a lot stronger, but once it dips, then it's just going to snowball. Enchanted Feather, yeah, you gain stacks of spell power. I had this in my last run. We gain more stacks as we go forward, but when we go to Campfire, we lose half our stacks. Patience Fruits. This is a use. Gain 100% the amount of these little trophies here. Interesting. They give you the ability to level up your heroes. They also level up passively with XP, but you can, focus fire to level someone up with this over here. You gain 100% the amount of trophy that you currently own. So this doubles my trophies. One use only. Or here it's clickable. Spend one trophy to gain 110 gold. Infinite use. I kind of want to try the Stinky Fish. And it feels really, really high risk. But let's see what we can do. All right, so here we get, again, our kind of Slay the Spire style map. We've got a few different routes we can pursue. I really love the fact that it grays out anything that becomes inaccessible after you mouse over things. That's actually something I would love to see brought to Slay the Spire. What do we have here? We got a shop over there. These star enemies they are slightly tougher, and then we've got a bonus reward. The elites always give you a relic, which we know is pretty good. And then, yeah, with our campfires, we've got a few different options. I kind of feel like what I probably will do is take this route, at least to start. It keeps the most amount of options open, but I do expect we might go and do some elites. Maybe this way. Here we could get two, but it is like star fight, elite fight, star fight, elite fight. We'll see how we feel. All right, so our first fight is going to be up against a single Nocturnal Spectre over here. It casts Nocturnal Flames, best targeting, deal 15 spell damage to heroes hit. Okay, normally what happens is they will target the closest enemy. You can see here we can position it and do whatever. And then if I put another one, if there's two heroes equidistant, then it'll target the last one placed. So I could just do this to force the retarget. And that will affect this person's auto attack, but then their Nocturnal Flames, I guess they will look to target whatever's best. And it looks like it's going to be an AoE, so I'm just going to keep my my units fairly separate. This Alec here has a 3 hex range, so he'll be able to shoot as is, and then Kiro's going to run into melee, and that's as close as I can put Kiro. There's going to be that gap over there, which is fine. I have no items to assign or anything like that, so we're just going to go ahead and start the fight. Oh, let me bring it back down to normal speed over here. We can see a second timer, and then there we go. We've just went ahead and killed the baddies. We can get a breakdown of the fight to see, who did the most damage and from what source. And then we can click the chest here. So we get all these rewards. We got our Stinky Fish here. I guess the extra 6 flame is probably from the Stinky Fish. So we're going to get 100 gold and 3 trophies. We can recruit another hero, which we'll take a look at. I don't see a bleed symbol on any of these right away, although we know that our melee people will potentially benefit quite well from Alec. So physical damage dealer, self-heal, okay. Gains 1% lifesteal per percent missing HP. So with Zico, we'd ideally like to, if you increase their physical attack, so the amount of damage they do, the attack speed they do, then this will trigger bigger and bigger percentages, or just having a larger health pool will give us a better percentage on lifesteal as the health pool goes down. Zico performs a flip strike to his current target, dealing an attack with a bonus of 200% attack damage. In addition, if above 65% max HP, he consumes some of his own HP to gain 15% attack damage. Okay. Yaki over here, ethereal damage dealer, shields themselves. Let's Scales well with mana regen. Whenever mana regen generates mana, the hero gains 3% shield received, caps at 45% shield received. Additionally, the hero's HP is consumed before their shield unless they're below 25%. Oh, that's interesting. It's about maintaining a very big shield. Gyaki casts Ether Shield, gaining 150 shield and 10 defense per 100 shield for 4 seconds. After the 4 seconds, Gyaki deals ethereal damage to nearby enemies equal to all the damage mitigated with defense during the buff. Okay, and Joanna, oh, I think I had her in my last run. She summons blue drakes. Yeah. Hero summons 2 blue drakes, which do not attack and die when the hero dives. Hero gains 4 spell power per summon on the battlefield. So you could stack a ton of summons. See here, this symbol here, and a lot of times you just get stronger and stronger the more summons you have. Yeah, this is definitely the person I had, because this Blizzard was really effective for splash damage. And that's one of the things we're sort of missing right now, although with Alex's Whirl, maybe we get a little bit of it. I'm going to take Zico. I feel like he's going to fit in well to kind of a physical damage bleed composition that we might be doing. We're also going to get to pick an item here. So, Regeneration Staff. Increases our mana regen. Notice that max mana is in red. Normally, in most video games, you think, hey, more mana, more better, right? But remember here, mana is a bar that refills to use the ability. Use the ability, the bar empties, you wait for the bar to refill, and then use the ability again. So a larger mana pool, or larger mana bar, I suppose the way to think about it, means it will take you longer to cast your abilities. On the other hand, this Regeneration Staff gives you the mana regen, so it probably works out for the best here. Power Staff, that's a lot of spell power, reduced attack speed. Now, this would be good on a pure caster because their actual auto attacks won't do that much, other than the fact that you generate 1 mana every time you attack. So you'd probably want to pair, I'm assuming, you want to pair the Power Staff with a mana regen item on one of your characters. And a small quiver here is just more attack speed. I'm going to take the attack speed because I think that's going to work out well. We can also spend 2 flame to reroll over here. Crit, HP, defense. That's a lot of mana regen. You know what? I'm going to take this Caster's Amulet. So we've got these items over here. As far as I can tell, your characters can have 3 items each. And it is not... I think, like, you can have the character equip, like, 3 different sets of boots, for example. As far as I know, there's no slots there. I may be wrong about that, but that's what I feel is probably the situation. So I think Zico's with their lifesteal. Yeah, I like the idea of giving the attack speed to the lifestealer over here. And then Alec, we're going to go ahead and give you the Caster's Amulet. So you'll attack more slowly, but your attack damage shouldn't be that dramatic. And yes, you're going to lose regen from not attacking as quickly, but now you're going to have passive regen, so that's going to be okay. So we're going to proceed to the next level here. We'll just advance there. Excellent. We've got a pair of Abominations. Eye Contact sends a beam to the furthest hero that deals 171 spell damage. The beam can be intercepted by other heroes. Damage scales with range, dealing more damage the closer the target is. Because I was going to say, you know, we could block and do things. It seems to me... I mean, obviously you two are going to melee. Although, oh... I do this. This person, so what I'm assuming is my meleers will move forward into here. This person will target the furthest hero, which will be this. Now, they'll still be relatively close, but I mean, actually, we could be a little further. We could do this. Yes, it's the same. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So either way, it's 3 tiles away, which is the range Alec has to be to attack. And then this person here will hit one of these, but they'll be very far away. I mean, they might close up because they might have a maximum range. I don't know, based on the animation. Oh yeah, see, they do have an auto attack, so they might move up for that, but you know what? We'll set it up this way. What could possibly go wrong? Now, I do have my trophies here. Every one I spend gives 5 XP, and we can mouse over and see the XP stat over here. They need 20 to level up, so the most I can do is plus 15, which isn't going to be enough to level up anyone right now, so I'm going to save my trophies and just hit this button here. I think we killed that one before it I-beamed, which is great. All right, it's a pretty clean fight. They're going to be pretty easy at the start. All right, we have another hero. Silas here has the bleed icon again. A tank with self-healing. When the hero gets below 50% max HP, they inflict 8 bleed on all enemies. This effect has a cooldown of 7 seconds. Additionally, the first time each fight that this effect triggers, the hero also gains full mana. Your ability is Bat Storm. Leeching the HP of nearby heroes and enemies. The amount leech per enemies is increased by 3% per bleed. Okay, we're going to keep going this way for bleed synergy. And then item-wise, okay, so this is going to be a recipe. We don't get the item immediately. What we have to do is it'll, well, we'll see it on the screen in a second here. Wearer gains 4 defense per max mana. Every attack, the wearer has a 7% chance to fill their mana to full. Attacks have a 12% chance to stun the wearer's current target for 1.5 seconds. I'm tempted by both of these here. I mean, this would work best on someone who's a fast attacker and wants their mana refilled fairly consistently. I mean, I suppose we did go and put the attack speed item on Zico. It would proc his flip strike that much more often. I do like the chance to stun. Again, we'd put it on someone with a faster attack speed. I think I'll take the anchor and probably put it on Zico here. So we'll take that. We're going to proceed to the next thing, which is going to be over here. All right, we got a variety of enemies. Nearby heroes, so cleave increases all enemies' attack speed by 10%. Well, we might want to target you since you're buffing everything else. Although quick arrow is also stacked, so you'd be another good one to kill, but I kind of feel like killing this bug first. Now, well, let's sort of roughly position some people. There, are you melee? What can you tell from this card? I think you were melee. Okay. So the idea is to burn down this giant bug as quickly as possible. So if I hit F or go to this forge button over here, this is how we can go and forge an equipable item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the anchor, and it's going to require us to cash in one of these items here to craft this. So I'm going to craft the caster's amulet because right now the anchor and small quiver is pretty good synergy. So I'm going to consume the caster's amulet. So Alex isn't going to have it anymore. But what I can do is I can drop this over here. Now, in terms of XP, we do have more. We could go and level up someone, and maybe I will. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 trophies to level up our dude over here. And when you go up in rank, I think your stats improve, but also you get to pick a power every other rank, I think. Perfect timing. Every 4 seconds, the hero deals an instant attack, which does not generate mana. On cast, so every time you cast a spell, you gain 10% more attack speed. Every time you crit with an attack, hero gains shield. I mean, the extra attack's good for lifesteal, but just more attack speed is also going to go there. It is going to proc every time you cast, but I think we'll do that. We'll take ultimate velocity and upgrade Zico with that. So there you go. So he's got the survival instincts built in. We've now given him ultimate velocity as well. Oh, there's the general traits over here. So yeah, we can confirm again that he is melee. I think there was an option. I didn't know what it was for before. Display traits, display ranks. Sure, let's open both those. And now if I click here. Oh, that was on the hero panel, wasn't it? It was on the hero panel. There we go. Yeah, we could still confirm everything. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. I'm going to save the other trophies because there's not enough to do anything with. That's going to be okay. And go ahead and attack. I'm going to bring down the music volume. It's more intense than like the combat sounds. I think combat sounds what we want. So, recruit a hero. By the way, your maximum heroes on board is 5. So we can still recruit others after that. There's a bench. You can swap some people in and out. Again, I'm thinking about maybe the melee synergy. Ethereal damage, physical, ethereal amplification when the fight starts, and attacks deal an additional 20 ethereal damage. Interact casts Full Moon, gains ethereal amplification and attack speed. Full Moon lasts for X attacks equal to half his max mana. Well, interesting. So this is a character you'd actually want to boost their max mana. Although then it does decrease the frequency that you Full Moon, but still. Meanwhile, Okar over here does have a summon. Every critical strike, the hero heals for 3% of the hero's max HP, and all summons by 1%. He does synergize potentially better if we had more summons, because he would heal a lot of the summons, but it's not bad. Starts a fight at max mana. Okar summons 1 wolf, max 2 wolves. Gives X% of his attack damage to all wolves that are on the battlefield. So for Okar, we'd really want pure attack damage and crit chance. You know what? I like it. I think it fits in with our theme. Mana regen, defense, attack speed, crit chance, attack damage, HP. I mean, these are all strong picks for different reasons. There's a reason these are sort of uncommon instead of common. Again, attack damage, Okar does scale nicely with that, so does the crit. I guess more attack speed and more crit, right? The faster you attack, the more likely your product crit, and therefore heal your wolves. If that's the most important thing. And I mean, in general, that's good for damage. I don't think anyone else had kind of critical strike synergy. Obviously, it's still generally good for damage. You know what? We'll take the pistol. We'll give it to our hunter. And then I don't think the spell power is needed by our wolf guy. What's his name? Okar? I'll take the heavy armor, because don't you... We're missing HP. I mean, do I just invest more into Zico? Because here's the thing. If he has more HP... What's percentage HP? Hold on. Maybe I do want him to be like relatively low HP so that he triggers lifesteal more often. Yeah, never mind. Okar, I will go and give you this gun. Suppose the heavy armor is going to be fine on anyone. Mount Leech from heroes is capped down to 40% of the HP. Only occurs as Silas is in full health. Oh, you leech HP from nearby heroes as well. Okay. You know what? Let's do that. And we might use you as kind of a tanky person, right? We could fight. You know what? Let's go here. We'll go to the campfire. So we can rest, which would heal us, but we're fine. We can enchant, which would upgrade a rare item into an epic, but I don't think we have a rare item. Oh, that's not true. Anchor. That's an interesting possibility. We can also reroll these origins here. So these origins are just going to be, yeah, origins are global and permanent team buffs or effects. Picking and swapping origins is free. It doesn't take one of these actions. For every critical strike dealt, all heroes get plus 10% shield received. Well, we don't have shield generation. We do have some crit generation, that's it. All heroes gain plus 5% heal received for every mana regen on all heroes. I mean, we're not actually generating much in the way of heals, right? Because lifesteal, I'm not thinking counts. Stacks with summons and the shield recovery. This gives us another summon, which would be healed by Okar. Dinosaur is 20% of the team's total max HP and attack damage. It gains attack speed for every summon. Also, the dinosaur counts as 4 summons instead of 1. For anything that cares about number of summons. So this would encourage us to stack max HP and attack damage. We don't do shock right now. We don't do frost right now. Yeah, we'll take Archaic. And then I will enchant this into an epic. And then that's it, because I don't have another one. So how did it change? I think it was 12% chance it's done. Now it's 24% chance. That is pretty substantial. So yeah, I think, unless I'm wrong, there's nothing here. So I guess we rested maybe too early, but that did hurt us, and then we can rest to get the health back. I mean, it overheals, but that's fine. All right, we're going to go see what this event is. While exploring the area, you discover a very dark cave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyes are lurking at you from the shadows. You also notice a very interesting pouch of gold sitting right behind those 6 eyes. So we could take a fight, and if victorious, we gain 12 additional, let's just say 15. Oh, because we'd probably get 3 for the fight itself, and then a bonus 12 for 15 treasure and some money. Or we could just take the money and flee. You know what? Let's do the fight. What could possibly go wrong? Well, we got a couple of Hell Guards here. Defensive Ritual, granting itself and nearby enemies damage reduction for 5 seconds. In the center is a giant bat. Deals spell damage to his target and heals for that. It probably... I don't know if we're going to be able to, like, get enough of our heroes to target down this bat. I think the thing to do will probably to burn down the 2 Hell Guards on the side. And then just finish off the bat afterwards. It's probably fine. I think this blinks at you when you have enough trophies to level someone up. Because yeah, I don't think we've got... That's not true. I can level you up. You know what? Let's do it. Pick one. What's your deal again? Hero? Right. Ethereal every 4 seconds and inflicts bleeds. Okay. Every critical strike, the hero heals 3%. Oh, it's the same as what Okar has. Heals himself and summons when he crits. 2 attacks, hero inflicts a shock to all enemies. Every time the hero stuns a target, they inflict 1 shock to all enemies. This would be good on him because he's got the stun item. Every time the hero critical strikes, hero gains a shield for 25% of damage dealt. You know what? Let's take critical healing. Maybe we're going to end up doing a pet crit bleed something combo. I don't know. Anyway, we don't have enough trophies for anyone else, so we're going to do that. I didn't expect the bat to be melee. On the other hand, it splitting the I was going to say the Minotaurs, the Hellguards up is... Oh, we're going to lose someone, which does cost us some flame here. Splitting them up did maybe prevent them from defending each other quite as effectively. Okay, so yeah, we took a little bit of flame damage there, but we've got this heal, which is great. Pick an item. All right, so it's going to be another recipe. Lose max HP. Actually, that might have been okay. The wearer's attacks 20% chance to gain 25% defense, whereas critical strikes deal additional ethereal damage equal to 3x the amount of debuffs on the enemy. I'm assuming bleeds count as debuffs? Huh. Okay, we got a shop. Got $1,000 to spend. Wait, can I sell hero? What's this money for? I don't want to click in case it sells the hero. Oh, wait, no, I'm buying heroes. These are heroes in the shop. Oh! Hey, there's another bleeder over here. A shield bleeder. I kind of like my squad, though. Although, crit bleed. Says, Nox, are you a better fit? Hero gains 5% critical strike damage per bleed on the enemy. Execute his target, dealing guaranteed critical strike. Execute speed scales with attack speed. Also inflicts 1 bleed on nearby enemies. We could bench you and then consider doing some swaps around the way. I don't know. You know what? We'll just spend our money on some items. So these items over here are all recipes, although that's the thing. As far as I know, all the higher tier stuff is generally recipes, right? So here I've got commons and uncommons. But if I want some pretty sick stuff over here, we're going to have to craft stuff. That's fine. On cast, all enemies gain 2 of every debuff active on them. Additionally, after... So this is good if you're doing different debuffs. 10 seconds fight, gain a shield. Ethereal amplification. Every attack the wearer deals additional ethereal damage equal to 5x their shock. We're not really doing any of that. Spell power. Curse Staff is great if you're stacking spell power on someone who's maybe got spell steal, which... Doesn't Alex... No, he doesn't. When the wearer's attack damage is equal or above to 160, they gain 20% critical strike chance in the remainder of the fight. That's the attack damage here. What's the 45% number? 70 base plus 31%. Is 31% about 45% of this? I guess so. So I guess it's a 45% increase over its base is what we're seeing there. Well, all we have, okay, here's the thing. We want to put that item, this item here, on anyone who has a very high attack damage. And I think we may have been planning on Okar. Okar could use increased attack damage with the wolves. Maybe we'll focus on that. So I'm going to pick this up. I might not craft it immediately. 24. A lot of crit chance. That is good on Okar. Okay. Do I just save my money? Sure. All right, let's take on this elite. See what their deal is. We got these Hellguards we've seen before. Yep, with the defensive ritual. And a purple Spectre removes 2 mana from all heroes. Okay, that's going to be annoying, so we're not going to proc our abilities as much. If we go into the Forge over here, I'm going to craft this. Actually, before I do, if I take this musket... That's Silas. Where's... That's Okar over there. If I give you this... Oh, you're a million miles away from having enough attack damage. Dang. Okay. You scale with it, but you started a little low. We're going to have to stack more on that before the Demolisher pays off for you. Oh, it also has... Wait a minute. I hadn't realized that. This is adding the effect to whatever item I'm using as a base. Oh. So Enchanted Claws plus Pistol would be very good because it's going to be an item that benefits from critting more often. This has crit and attack speed. Okay, I'm going to take this off of Silas because that's one of the other things when you craft it. Because I don't think you can remove items from characters normally, but when you craft it, it does. So we're going to take this crit item off of Silas. And sure, he's got the critical healing, but so does... Not you. So does Kiro. And theoretically, he's already doing some ethereal damage. Maybe we'll be able to get an item that increases the amount of ethereal damage he does, so we could stack that on him. I don't know if that makes sense, but we're going to do that. So yeah, I paired this Demolisher with a bad base item. So I should have paired this with something that increased attack damage because it'll use that slot. So I'm actually not entirely sure we'll be able to take advantage of the Demolisher at any point. That's interesting. Also, why aren't we seeing the percentage for the attack damage? Was there something different about Zico? I wonder if that was actually showing some amount of lifesteal. Maybe that green number was the amount of lifesteal he was doing. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to keep this here for now. In terms of the setup, yeah, again, I mean, we probably have to burn down the Hellguards. We split our efforts? Sure. Go, Dino, go. Go, Wolf, go. Done. Yeah, no problem. Okay. I mean, we are on novice difficulty and in the first act, so we're not expecting a tremendous amount of trouble. Oh, that's their damage dealt. Cool. And yeah, if we do the fight recap, we can see what's responsible for what. So you dealt 600 damage. Oh, that's damage taken. Negation, stun, Manatix. We get, oh, that's values per second. Total. I mean, they're both valuable, but there you go. Okay, we can see how things go. So actually, Silas isn't responsible for having done a lot of damage right now, but they are new. I don't think they're geared and they haven't been leveled up yet. Pick an item. Every 3 seconds, all enemies gain 1 of every active debuff on. Again, we're mostly just doing 1 debuff right now. Whenever mana regen generates 2 mana, gain 1% magic steal, 2% spell power, stacks 20 times. Shield received. Okay, we'll take the Arcanist Staff. Maybe I should have looked at the relic first. So this is going to be a relic that just runs globally here. So all of our heroes, we get 15 defense. This puts 2 items on the board, and you want to put a hero on top of that to activate it, but they get randomly positioned. This does include an attack damage one. So if we take the Flail, whoever we give the Demolisher to, which again, I think we want to stack attack power on Oaken. We want to make sure to spawn him on this all the time. Or... you gain 7 spirit summons, up to 7 summons in total. 1 spirit summon adds 1 to your summon count. If you already have 2 summons, this relic gives 5 spirit relics. If you have 8 summons, this gives nothing. Okay, so this just lets us fill up to 7 summons. The Seahorse is almost, it's almost better if you're not generating summons, because it'll generate a bunch of those, but then if you're benefiting, so if you have heroes that benefit from numbers of summons, but don't necessarily summon them yourself, that's what we want that. We could take the Frost Orb. So we don't currently generate this, but this would be a different type of debuff that maybe we could stack with other things. But I'm going to take the Flail. I'll go ahead and drop that. That's Silas. Oaken over here. I'm going to go ahead and drop this on Oaken. Oaken might also be a priority to level up. So it's still going to help him. It's not going to trigger the second part right now, but we'll see what else we can do to get you some attack power. So that was that. Let's go... You know what? We'll just go and take the Starfight. That's going to be okay. Ooh, advanced tooltips. While hovering over any tooltip, you can press tab or middle click to display its advanced tooltip. Well, hello! Tab is doing that. Hold on. Ah! Nice! Yeah, mana regen generated passively over time. You can hover over heroes' mana regen to show exact amount. Attribute is better than attack speed at generating mana, therefore it's better on heroes' strong actives, while attack speed is better on attack damage dealers. Yeah, there's our mana regen over there. Okay, so this is over 10 seconds. I was wondering about that. So this number divided by 10 is the per second count. Or, then it puts it another way, generates 1 mana every 1.43 seconds. Okay, that's handy. And yeah, there's our hex bonuses that we can see. Oh, your regen is pretty poor. So right now this... Okay, so you only actually gain... Right, so you're not gaining fractional amounts of mana. You're generating a whole amount of mana every 3.33 seconds in this case. Right now, so this wouldn't proc very often and might not be worth crafting quite yet. So we'll just hold on to that for now. And it may have been a stupid purchase in the first place. I don't know. Wouldn't do bad. You bite and heal. Okay. We'll do that because it'll still scale up your wolves. And then, I don't know. Someone else has got to go and grab it. It's kind of out of the way for our poor meleeer, but I guess that'll have to be. All right, smack. Oh, we might lose someone. We did, so we took a little bit of damage there, but pick an item. I don't know. Tell you, we'll get a spell power item for spellcaster. Attack damage, spellcasting, quiver, musket. If I musket on you, what's your strength at now? 100, and this is 55. So we'd be at 155, and we need to be at 160 for this. Again, I'm hoping you just level up. Reroll passives. Allow you to change a passive on a hero. We could also swap passives between heroes, but hold on. I might prefer something other than critical healing on Kiro. We don't do shields. We don't shield the hero and the lowest HP hero for spell power. I don't think this is going to be a good fit for Kiro because I don't think he has much spell power. When the hero gets below 50% HP for the first time, they gain 12% lifesteal and 30 attack damage. Okay. Let's do that. And this Burst Nova does scale with spell power, so we'll go ahead and give you that. I mean, I think a lot of people have stuff to scale with a spell power, but that's okay. So we could rest, which would let us do some item upgrades potentially as well. Actually, I don't even know. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple that could benefit from it. But I kind of think I'm just going to go for an elite fight. Okay, these guys are spread out. Deals 175 spell damage to nearby heroes and gains 10% damage reduction. Stacks 3 times. When other skeleton titan dies, it gains 20% attack damage. Okay, so we kind of want to kill these at the same time if we can. Which is an interesting challenge. There we go. Okay, good. This guy, I think, is going there. Yeah. Okay, I just didn't want him to rush this one. I think we're going to have too much damage over here. There. Because these two might go to the south. Yeah, all right. think we're spreading it out. We do have a decent amount of trophies. Let me level you up to 2. I don't think it changed your base attack damage. Where gains attack damage equals 75% of their spell power. I don't think you have a spell power. Every time the hero critical strikes with an attack, hero gains a shield for 25%. I mean, theoretically, we might do some... We're doing some crit stacking on you. Okay, we'll do critical protection on Okar. I mean, this is going to be an important fight, I think. So let's level you up. On cast, the hero gains 7% critical strike chance. At 3 stacks, hero gains Omni Crit. Ethereal damage, spell damage, and the hero's active ability, including heals, shields, and stat buffs, can now critical strike. Ah! Lifesteal attack damage. Gains 1 mana regen for every 3 max mana they have. So this would give you 2 mana regen. I'm going to do that. We'll give some crit. Lifesteal, attack damage. See, I kind of like this vibe. Okay, let's go with this. This isn't even the boss fight. This is just an elite right before the boss fight. Okay, we are enraging these guys as we hit them, but not bad. Simultaneous kill with the last 2 is pretty good. Done. Pick an item. Reduced attack damage. The wearer's attacks deal additional ethereal damage equal to 40% spell power. Attack speed. Every 3 seconds, heal all summons. Mana regen. Whenever mana regen generates mana, the wearer has 35% chance to generate additional mana. Okay, let's do this. We can maybe stack some additional mana regen over here. Got a relic. All heroes gain magic steel. We're not really doing that much magic damage. When you start the fight, you gain 4 spirit summons. That's not a bad idea. So that's not acting... Well, it's sort of like the other one, actually, but worse. It is still... although there's no cap on this. All heroes have 1 spell power for every trophy you have. 24% lifesteal hex tiles. I think we're positioning, it's going to be tricky enough with the hex tiles. I'll take the bestiary. We'll get some extra summons. That's going to be fine. If we proceed over here, we're looking at the boss fight. Wait, did I get it? Oh, it gets a recipe, the High Mountain Ring. Oh. Well, you know what? Let's do that, and let's combine it with this gold ring. There you go. Forge that. Right, and that's going to be a recipe as well, which we'll want to pair up with a caster item. I'm getting... That's Alec, right? Yep. Okay. Put that on. There you go. Mana regen is now 4. If we can keep pumping your mana regen here, then that other item will be quite good when we get there. So we're looking for another mana regen item that we can merge with the Arcness Staff. I think that's going to be beautiful. What are your special abilities? Eruption. Ooh. Oh, it's split! Chainer demons cast Chain Eruption and then Chain Death's alternating. Stuns and chains the highest damage dealer of the party. Chains have 20% of the chain demon's max HP. All damage dealt to the boss also dealt to the chains. Chains are not destroyed within 6.5 seconds. Chain hero takes 99% of their max HP at damage. Okay, so we want to bunch our people together for this fight. Which is going to be a little bit annoying because of our damage splits here. We want to join together for this. I think we might have to avoid that one, just to make sure everyone's clumped together. We'll have our summons as well, but I think this is the way we want to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lifesteal, crit chance. I was hoping we could give you, well, we do the crit chance, because you're still... Oh, no, that's right. I replaced your thing. I replaced your thing for the critting healing of pets. No, wait. I'm looking at the wrong person. This is Silas. Campfire instincts. You don't really have anything going on. But we could stack more lifesteal on you. Have you commit to the bit. Okay. Okay, so that's going to split the damage up. Not too bad, although this guy, Hero's definitely taking a beat down here. 28 stacks of bleed. 30. Hero did go down. That's fine. And recruit another hero, and they will just get benched, and we could consider swapping things in and out. Liam over here, ranged, ethereal, physical damage, crit mastery. For every critical strike, the hero's critical strike chance is increased by a certain amount, more for every battlefield, every summon as well. I mean, you would actually combo fairly well with what we've got going on. Burn. Okay, we'll take Liam. I don't know that we're going to run you, but yeah, we could swap someone if we need to. Relics and run passively over here. Right, spend treasure to get money. Discount on everything in the shop. Magic marbles. When you obtain a rare recipe, there's a 25% chance to get upgraded to an epic recipe. When the fight starts, all heroes gain 2% attack damage per stack of Gargoyle Souvenir. Gargoyle Souvenir. Every floor visited, you gain this when you attack. Oh, you know what? We're going to do this because the percentage campfire attack damage gain is going to be good for Okar. Critical strikes done by any hero inflicts a bleed on all enemies. This item is only operative when the wearer is the top damage dealer of the party. Oh, that's tricksy. Okay. So any hero that crits inflicts bleeds, but this item has to be on the top damage dealer. Which as Alec, but not by much. Huh. All right, new act, Act 2. Now the elite fights are probably going to get trickier and trickier. Probably do want to hit one of these campfires to upgrade some items. Right, enchant a rare into an epic. So it's these blues. Oh, hero panel. You can dismiss a hero by clicking and holding the boot icon on the hero card. Dismissing a hero permanently remove the hero from the party, and you recover 80% of the experience of that hero in the form of treasure. Okay. But you don't have any experience, so... But this does give you a reason to, like, you can cycle through people, because you'll get some things back. Oh, yeah, I was loading this up just to confirm that we do indeed have some rares we'd be happy to upgrade to epic, which is definitely the case. Okay, let's come over here. So... attack damage critical chance on you. I think there's a good chance you will be the attack leader. Especially if what we can do is we can make sure to level you up. Boom. There you go. And give you 25 attack damage. That's excellent. And then if you start on one of these, you'll have enough. Plus, there's a percentage boost over here. Okay. So I'm going to forge. You already got this musket. We're going to combine it with the Dragon Blood Necklace and give that right back to you, my dude. And then, yeah, if we can do an upgrade to this musket, that'll also be nice. But yeah, you'll have the strength, which is going to be good. Lich. Summons an orb at the furthest corner from the Lich's position. The orb sends 2 interceptible beams towards the furthest and closest hero, each dealing damage and inflicting corruption. Corruption increases the damage taken. Man, you are complicated. Send it to the corners, nearest and furthest. I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to bunch my people up a little bit here. You can go there. Oh yeah, you have the bite that heals, so we actually do have to make sure to focus fire the bats. Otherwise they might out-heal things, which would be a little bit annoying. I can do another 20 XP. Oh, I can level you up. And you weren't in the risk of screwing up the biggest damage dealer thing. So let's do this. More max HP. think that's fine. It's a bigger window for Brawler's Rage, and I think that's fine. Make you nice and tough. All right. I'm hoping you get credit for your pets. All right, well, we seem to be destroying this pretty well. Okay, Okar and Zico are fighting for top damage dealer, although Okar is there now. Oh no, Alex, I want to focus on mana regen for you. Power, spell power. We'll take the Novice Bow. There we go, Caster's Cloak. Actually, Caster's Cloak plus Arcness Staff. Perfect. Throw that on Alec. There you go. Now he's regenerating a mana every 2 seconds. I think his base is a little low, but that's going to have to be all right. And then, yeah, we'll be on the lookout for more. And then one of the things, if we do merge the musket with something, we have the possibility of maybe not even putting him back on Okar if we find something better for him. Well, that's pretty strong. I'm in a weird place where I'm considering not... Yeah, actually, Okar, I'd rather have the Novice Bow. But I can't... Oh, I can swap them! Oh! I can't put them back on the bench! But I can totally swap them. Things aren't locked there. Okay, that's going to be good, because that's going to be really nice for you. I don't want Zico breaking the top damage dealer position with Okar. And Silas is really having a hard time, so let's give him the musket. He doesn't have an item yet, so it kind of makes sense. Okay. Whirlwind, Spinner. Only stop when the Orc Spinner takes 20% max HP. Okay, that's fine. Okar's got to start on one of these bad boys. Silas, I'll give you the other energy or damage boost. And then, otherwise... I guess if we could split them up... There we go. If we do this, that way we won't be stacking the whirlwinds, multiple whirlwinds in the same character here. Go Okar. I think he's getting credit for his wolves. I think that's why he starts a little low, and then I think once the wolves kick in, his damage goes up substantially. Current defense increased by his shield. We're not doing shield tech. Reduce max HP. Attack deals bonus ethereal damage equal to 20% physical damage dealt. Attack speed, more max mana. And the wearer loses 50% attack damage at the start of the fight. So you attack super fast. We'll take the serrated gloves and we'll consider maybe doing something with that. Anyway, I just noticed this recording is 53 minutes long. I'm going to put a cut in here, and we're going to continue this run in the next episode. Hey, if you are new to the channel, of course, subscribe. And in general, hitting the like and leaving a comment is really good for the YouTube algorithm. So it'd be appreciated if you could do that. I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye.